see here.
Man, so all my friends who play cards convinced me to make a damn commander deck. I wasn't going to do it. But I fucking did it.
Well, then.
I know. I've been working with a lot of these Phyrexian cards.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about trying to poison your shit.
Was it, what was the new poison mechanic? Toxic?
Yeah. Not as bad as Infect. Infect was terrible when that came out, like, years ago.
Yeah. Toxic can be just as bad as Infect if you build for it, but it's not as immediately oppressive.
Well, the thing about Infect, though, is that those creatures attack with -1/1 counters, so that, like,
What was the new?
it's like a permanent effect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, once your creatures, if they're strong, if they get hit by that, then they're, like, permanently weakened, which is...
Well, that and also
which
Toxic is a set
than...
value no matter how much damage is done.
True. Well, you know what? You're right. I guess that would be the difference. I didn't think about it like that.
I'm just trying to find a save point. I'll get there.
You trying to find what now?
A save point.
Uh-huh.
Solid so you can play Ninja Gated Black remake.
No, I need to, though. One of my friends told me about it, and I hadn't got on the game recently to actually play anything.
I don't know if it's a remake or a remaster.
Ninja Gaiden Black.
It's Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. It doesn't say remaster or remake or anything. It just says Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. But I saw a comparison video, like, the 2002 version.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's a remaster because it's like identical.
Well, actually, I got the PlayStation on right now. It makes me want to look. Is it just in new games?
I think it might be an Xbox exclusive, at least for now.
I'm not sure.
Is it really?
PlayStation. You have to double check. I mean, it might be.
That's sadness if that's true, but
it's definitely on Steam and it's definitely on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, actually no, it is on PlayStation.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Or at least Ninja Gaiden Black 2 is on here. I'm not sure about the...
Yeah, that's the remake.
There was 2 of them?
They just announced they're getting ready to release Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and I'm gonna have to get that. It's been a while since they made one of those games.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
Damn, $50.
How do you have the game? How do you have Path of Exile?
$50.
I got it through Steam.
And for some odd reason, I don't have it on Steam. No way.
You might. I just have my profile set to
Hidden.
what the hell? Yeah, I have my profile set to private.
All right, there you go. I got you. I was like, wait a minute. I don't like what? Since you were last online 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a couple of games that mommy wouldn't be proud of me having.
Uh-oh.
Let's just say Honey Pop is mild.
You said Honey Pop is mild?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. Are we all ready?
Yep. Anytime.
And here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Griffcast episode 136. What? Mature Nerdy Podcast for Immature People, the show where we talk about any and all things nerd. Video games, computer technology, and or science. I am your host, the King Nick Griffmore. Welcome to the show.
I didn't do anything.
We just threw this whole shebang off. Threw it all off.
I don't know that.
I know it's complete and total disruption.
Looks like CPU's having some technical issues with the headset. Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Nope. Not at all. Oh, is he muted too now?
You there?
Oh wait, no, I saw something happen.
Okay.
Oh, the sound's all messed up.
What'd you do to your headset?
Well,
I think his microphone was not working. I think maybe that was the problem.
the tried and true, turn it off and turn it back on again.
Look, it's fixed many things.
It really has. I was having some issues with PoE2 last night, and so I just shut everything off. My computer, Steam, the whole nine. Well, first I just restarted Steam, and that fixed it for about 20 minutes. And so I said, I wonder. So I shut it off completely, turned off my computer, turned off my router, turned it all back on. Been working perfectly since.
I turned off the router, but you turned off the whole router too?
Yeah, I did everything, man.
Hard reset.
Yeah, reset everything. And I had to wait for everybody to be asleep so I didn't, disrupt the whole house.
Of course, because if you already know as soon as you pull that internet, dude, what's going on with the internet?
Yeah.
So are we looking? Oh well, there's a couple questions that I need to ask. I need updates. First off, did they bring the fiber to your house? Are you getting fiber?
No. Well, I mean, I haven't looked into it because that requires money to break my contract.
Gotcha.
And
Damn contracts.
yeah, because they hit me up with a contract a couple of months ago. They're like, hey, we'll knock like $30 off your payment if if you sign a contract.
You just sign your life away.
And I'm like, well, this other company hasn't gotten back to me for 2 years, so sure.
I mean, and then the other update that I needed is CP. Did you finally look? I feel like I hit a soft spot.
Yeah, man, so I got their fucking, I bit the bullet and I bought their, or I didn't buy it, but I got their fucking modem and shit. My fucking download speeds haven't moved a fucking inch. Still at 1 gig. My fucking upload speeds have increased substantially though, so I'm not super pissed.
I don't think your mic is engaging.
It's weird. It's like his mic is both better and worse.
Yeah, it sounds like you're using a mic that's in the room, but it's not the one that you're talking into.
Oh, I did enable the wrong mic. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I enabled the wrong mic.
So that's what I was saying. I was just like, he's in the room with the mic. Like, it ain't that mic that he's using.
I did enable the right. Yep, that's not the right one.
I think. What are we on the webcam mic? Hey,
That's a pretty solid webcam mic. Not gonna lie.
How about that?
There we go. Nice and velvety smooth now, baby. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so and my download speeds have increased. I contact them all the fucking time, God, calling them a fucking voice, calling them on a cell phone or fucking the number is just fucking horrendous. It's so terrible. It's so fucking bad, dude. That's like,
Which is
so
crazy.
fucking bad because they're like, we have the Xfinity Assistant. Do you want to use the Xfinity Assistant? AI to help you.
Oh,
resolve
yeah,
your
no,
issue?
oh,
I'm
God.
Like, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. Okay, we're gonna send you a URL to chat with the Xfinity Assistant. And I'm like, no, don't do that. They're like, okay, we're gonna send it to you. Click the URL. Thanks. Goodbye. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, can I talk to an agent? They're like, if you want to speak to an agent, you have to use the Xfinity Assistant first. I'm like, I don't want to do that. And they're just like, okay. But can we send you a URL to use the Xfinity Assistant?
Yeah.
No. All right. Have a nice day. Bye.
Jesus.
Yeah. When I was trying to get my internet moved over to this place, it was hours of going through that loop. Like I finally got to talk to a person, and they're like, "I believe that your Affinity assistant can help you resolve this issue. Goodbye." Click, and then a URL pops up.
Like,
Jesus.
one time, I finally started talking to somebody, and like, they didn't give me the answers that I fucking wanted. And I'm like, "Yo, I have this modem. It's the fucking recommended modem for third party. It's a fucking monster. I should be able to use it on your system." And they're like, "All right, cool. So let's troubleshoot it. All right, so to troubleshoot it, I'm gonna modify your package. And I'm gonna add our modem and start charging you for that." I'm like, "Why the fuck would that? How's that?"
Wait, what? How are you? Why are you charging?
That doesn't help resolve my issue. I'm just
I'm
like,
not in the service now.
she's like, "All right, so to move forward, we can start charging you to using our modem." And I'm like, I mean,
That's shady as hell.
but I've talked to them so many times. They keep knocking off money off my bill. So I'm like, it is getting slightly better because I'm like,
Your bill's gonna be.
I'm almost like,
nothing.
yeah, as soon it's gonna be fucking free. I'm dead serious. I'm literally like half the cost of what it's supposed to be paid for the internet right now, and I'm actually locked in at that price for a couple months now. So I'm getting slightly less pissed, but I've had to talk to them so many fucking times and they don't resolve this shit. So like, I've only talked to like 2 people on the phone, but I've decided to say fuck the phone. I'm saying fuck the phone, and so like I do go like into like a web browser and I do start like the virtual assistant and I just say agent and they just connect me to a person, right? Or a person. I assume it's a person because they crack jokes at me, which is kind of funny. And that's like the AI's getting really fucking out of control if it's doing that shit.
Oh yeah.
Because they're pretty funny. And
Have you looked into some of the stuff that they're doing now with?
Yeah. But every time they're just like, all right, we'll restart your service. We did this. Like, I've changed some things in your policy or like, in your service. I've even got like hide the chat and like nothing fucking changes, man.
Like,
and I'm just
like from some of the stuff I've seen, Skynet is 100% a possibility now.
okay.
Look, Skynet pushes speeds.
Okay,
More likely every day.
But coming back to the modem thing, for the Xfinity package they have it built in so that it actually will only work with their equipment. You can't use a third party. And like they don't tell you that directly, but other people have found that out. I had to dig deep into fucking Reddit to find that shit. I had to
go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, dude. And everyone was like, yeah, they actually like loopholed it so that you can't use third party. Like they say you can, but you won't get it.
Yeah.
Like you can activate the service, but you won't get the speeds.
Yeah, and that's what I found out. Like literally the first Reddit search, I was just like, that don't look right.
Yeah, no matter what modem you use, even if you use the recommended ones, even ones that have the fucking like 3 gigs worth of speeds, it's not gonna work with their system. They loopholed it that badly. So you have to rent their shit. But
so even with renting it though, you're still not even getting the same speed.
Yeah, I'm still not getting the speeds.
It's got to be a network issue. If they have it quote unquote provisioned correctly, then it's something in the network.
Yeah, or either that, or they're charging you for the service because it's coming to your area, but it's not in your area yet.
I kind of thought about that too, but like, I fucking just should be here. Like, I've done my research and like going through their fucking automated system. I have talked to like their people like, yeah, it should be there. And, well, I would be super pissed if they're charging me for a service that they haven't brought to me yet.
I'll get that technician out there quick. Test right from the tap. He can test right from the tap and be like, look, leave me alone.
They haven't sent anyone over here. Some of them do kind of feed me the bullshit. Like, well, how many network devices do you have? I'm like, no, pause. I understand what you're talking about, like with Wi-Fi. I understand that could be the case, but no, I'm hardwired. I got Cat 8 cable right now. I'm hardwired into the modem. This shit should not be fucking half the speeds. I don't care what you're saying. I should not be getting half the speed.
Heaven forbid they know. Yeah, they talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
They think that everybody that they talk to are stupid.
You know what? You know what? Like most everybody I know that deals with this kind of stuff knows what they're talking about. But I work in the general public. Most people are that stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Have you started the show?
yeah. We've been live for a minute.
We've been rolling this entire time, friend.
I didn't hear the intro. Was that when I was gone? Yeah, that's probably when I was gone.
No, you interrupted it, and I just kept going.
That's why we're just like, bro. We're like, all right. You just get the whole mojo off.
My bad. I don't even know what happened with my fucking speakers, man.
Because I started the intro, and I'm like, hello, welcome to Griffcast episode, whatever, blah blah blah, and you're like, I can't hear shit.
And it was me, man. Like I walked away like 10 feet, and I came back, and like all my fucking sound was gone. And didn't touch a goddamn thing. This is stupid. I hate electronics. But also, I can't live without electronics.
I love them. But yeah, I mean, I ain't been doing nothing but Path of Exile, man. Like,
what did I do this last week? I've been playing the shit out of some. Oh, what was it? Oh, Watch Dogs Legion. I don't know why I was playing that either. But I got deep in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why?
This is going to be an entire shit talking episode, basically.
When is it not?
Let's talk all of it.
Yeah, it's like I would love to have some just positive news for everything. Like we have one minor good news thing here, but everything else is just people are stupid.
People are pretty fucking stupid.
So like our first one here is Hollywood is continuously trying to bank on the classics and cult classics, and it's not going to work the way they think it does because it hasn't worked the way they think it does.
I mean, it only happens every now and then, and they try to bank on everything being just like that one thing that succeeded. It's like, sure, it does happen, but not as often as they think.
Yeah, because like the new ones they're working on, like it's Goonies 2 and Gremlins 3. Like you are not going to be able to recapture the magic of Goonies 1 with a sequel.
You know for damn sure. I will bet any amount of money you want right now that when the trailer for Goonies 2 comes out, it opens with, "Hey, you guys."
I guarantee you it won't.
I guarantee you it will.
Honestly though, I'd be kind of interested to see a remake of Gremlins, just to see how they would even do it.
It's not even a remake; it's a sequel.
It's a sequel?
Yeah, it's Gremlins 3.
I don't think they should do a sequel. I mean, well,
because we don't know if is it. I know I'm the one that posted it, but is it Goonies 2 or is it like a Goonies remake?
It's Goonies 2.
Is Jock Brolin back?
I don't know.
Are they all still alive?
I don't know. They're all old and fat now.
Yeah, see, that's part of the problem. It's all the characters are just in different places in their lives, I would imagine, if they are still alive. And
I just thought of a movie I don't want to see get a sequel. I think they did make a sequel of it actually, and it was not good. But they also did it like a couple years after the original came out. I don't want to say this movie out loud because they're gonna fucking do it. They do it. They're
gonna do it anyway.
They would do it. I don't want to say it out loud to give them the idea. It takes place on a baseball field. Not any baseball field. It's a sandy field.
Oh yes, it's got a lot. It's got a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's in the same family category as the Goonies.
I want to say that might actually already be an idea that's in the works, possibly, or somebody's already talked about it at one point.
I feel like they just have a checklist. They probably just went on Wikipedia, typed in the most beloved classic movies, and are just going down in alphabetical order.
It could be. Have you guys seen like the cast of the Little Rascals recently? They look the exact same.
Wait, are they really making Little Rascals too?
No, I'm talking about like the original cast from the Little Rascals. They look identical to what they look like in the freaking movie. today.
Well, that's creepy since they were like 12 then, and they would be like 60 now.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Creepy.
It's just like that's part of the weirdness of it.
Yeah. Like buckwheat has maybe aged like 10 years.
I guess that's why you haven't seen them in like too many other roles, because they were really good for that role.
Maybe.
I think the only one who actually moved on to other things was the original Alfalfa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl. I can't remember her name.
I feel like out of cult classics like that, when it's younger actors, especially kid actors, there's usually only like a couple that seem to like make it into other things, and then the rest just kind of live the rest of their life only being known for that one role.
Child actors definitely do struggle.
I am actually really happy that everybody is staying away from Tarantino films.
Right.
I think that's kind of a death sentence.
I don't think that could be redone by anyone else other than Tarantino himself.
Yeah. I think that'd probably be
only
bad.
known for like Home Alone.
Do what now?
Macaulay Culkin was only ever really known for like Home Alone for
Well, that's because after Home Alone, he became a drug addict, and then like he's just now going through rehab and getting clean, and he's working on a.
Is he not clean now?
Oh, he's clean now.
He's clean now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a one chick.
Huh?
He's dating that some chick. I thought
They're married. They're married and they got kids. Oh God, what is her name? What is her name? She was an actress too.
I think he's trying to get a Home Alone sequel made.
They definitely made spoofs with like him as an adult, like SNL skits or something like that. With him as an adult, and he's still like acting like he's a kid.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Those are funny as shit. I was thinking about some. I don't know. I can't remember.
And then, but yeah, I mean, it's just like, what was it? 2 years ago, they had Skarsgård play the Crow. I'm like, you're not gonna top Brandon Lee's performance. So I like the Skarsgårds. I like the Skarsgårds, but
the movie tanked though.
it did. It tanked hard. And you know what's funny is it looked more comic book accurate.
I think that's the one thing that they're starting to realize is to, especially after the first Deadpool, like, okay, people want comic book accuracy. They actually do want it. And so they're starting to do that a lot more now.
I mean, it just makes it that much more appealing because then it appeals to the comic book readers that are going to actually watch the movie to see how accurate it really is. Mm-hmm. And then especially when it is like dead accurate, they're like, holy crap, they actually went through the comic and actually did their research. Mm-hmm. So it just makes it that much more appealing.
And yeah, like I'm still to this day unsure how the fans of The Watchmen didn't like the movie because it was page for page out of the comic book.
Dude, that was such a good fucking movie, man.
That's surprising to hear. I actually really like that one too.
Yeah,
man.
They changed the ending. The ending in the comic books was more comic booky.
Wow.
Instead of setting off a nuke in every major city, he drops a portal that opens up, and aliens come out and destroy the cities. Like that's the only difference in between the comic book and the movie.
It was just the giant psychological squid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it only happened in one city though. It was only in New York, right?
I don't remember, but I thought it was worldwide.
I want to say it was only in New York.
Now I have to go back and reread it.
Because so watching the show, I watched the HBO show, and it takes place after the squid attack. And like people because it drops it on the squid and it crushes people, but it lets off the psychological blast that just destroys a lot of people's minds. Like a lot of people don't recover from it; they die from that. But then a lot of people are just like mentally fucked up from it. And some people do recover, but then they have like episodes and shit. And I think there was like a couple characters in there. They would like go through episodes and they had weird shit. But dude, that was one of the best TV shows I've ever fucking seen. Not just comic book shows, but just like one of the best TV shows. That show, like people shat on that show. They didn't really like it, and I don't understand why. That was, and some people did, and some people loved it. But like, I thought that was like one of the best TV shows I'd ever watched. And I think it's because people didn't get through they didn't finish it. Like you watch the first 3 episodes, and you're kind of just like, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. And then you like, it was like episode 4. I was watching it. I'm like, every single second of this show was meticulously planned, and it is perfect. It was so crazy. It was so crazy.
I have to watch it. It's on HBO, isn't it?
Yeah, I fucking loved that show. That show was. You're watching it, and you're watching the first episodes, and you're like, what is. Like, it makes sense. Like, nothing is weird, but, like, the story doesn't make sense. Like, who are all these people? What's going on? What is the plot? What is the topics? And then you watch episode 4, and you're just like, the puzzle pieces were in front of me the whole time. It becomes one of the best shows I've ever fucking seen.
I need to watch it.
The dude that wrote and directed the first season is like, I don't want to make a season 2, even though he left it in a cliffhanger. He's just like, I don't want to do season 2. And I was like, you made like one of the most perfect series, one of the most perfect seasons of TV I've ever fucking seen. And you're just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to come back. And at least HBO did the respectful thing. We're like, well, we can't top that. We can't top that with a season 2. So we're gonna have to fucking drop this shit. They actually fucking dropped it.
That actually reminds me of this comedian. Are you guys familiar with Randy Feltface?
No, I don't think I am actually.
It's a guy who uses a puppet to do a comedy show.
Yeah.
And he has this bit on what's her name? It's an author. Anyway, it's, it goes on about, it's like this author's getting ready to write her first book in like 60 years. And everyone's like, why is it taking you 60 years? And he's like, have you read the first one? Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, I did do that one. Yeah. Did such a good job. Damn it, man. I want to go back and rewatch that now. Dude, that's
Well, now
I'm sorry. I'm gonna hype it up too much, and then you're all gonna be like, I mean, it was really fucking good, but it wasn't that fucking good. I mean, I'm happy. Gee, I'm telling you that. I gotta figure out why he didn't want to come back for season 2. But he was just like, I don't want to do it.
Oh, I honestly, I probably had something to do with how like HBO scheduling is.
Yeah. Did you ever see Westworld season 1?
No.
God damn it, man. You're talking about a fucking masterpiece of fucking TV right there. Westworld season 1 was a fucking.
I don't watch a lot of TV anymore.
It was great TV, but I think The Watchmen season 1 was better than Westworld season 1, which I think is a very, very bold statement.
But yeah, let's
But I think it's true.
get back on topic here. But yeah, no, I'm just like trying to bang on the classics just doesn't work. Don't do it. Stop. You're just hemorrhaging money. All right. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, bacon on the nostalgia, and sure they'll like see like a quick burst of people that actually like. Oh, I used to love that, like Gladiator 2, man. Gladiator 2. I was so pissed that they fucking made a sequel to that movie. Gladiator 1. Gladiator. I can't call it Gladiator 1 because that means I have to acknowledge the sequel. Gladiator was one of it was a perfect movie, man. It was so good. It was so fucking good. It didn't need a sequel. There's nothing needed. Dude, but that movie just came out, blew everything out of the award, or out of the water world. We got Best Picture, Best Actor, best set design, costumes, and shit like that. Dude, it didn't need a sequel. And I watched the second one, going in, trying to just forcing myself to enjoy it, and I hated it. And my family has like exiled me from the family now because I tried them to see it. Like my entire family, we all love Gladiator, and we're like, hey, let's go see Gladiator too.
Yeah.
They don't talk to me anymore. They're like, wow. They're like, TCP, why the fuck did you drag us to see that shit? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I wanted it to be good.
Well,
they loved Denzel too. They loved Denzel, and they're like, wow. He did not save that movie at all.
So presidents and directors of video game companies are abandoning ship everywhere. Game studios are closing left and right. The branch of BioWare that just made the new Dragon Age game, the director left 2 weeks ago, and they're now shutting down that branch she worked at.
That fast?
Yeah.
Right.
It didn't make half the money they put into it to make it.
Damn, man.
Oh, I just saw another one recently. What was it? Oh yeah. The president of the company that made Suicide Squad, he just left. He's like, peace, I'm out. And they're going to end up shutting down that branch.
Well, damn.
I mean, this is happening everywhere. All of these failed games and the companies that made them are just crashing and burning hard.
Well, it was bound to happen, you know.
Yeah. I mean, if you lose a company several $100 million.
Yeah, it's just kind of just inevitable.
Yeah. So there are articles going around, and I think this is just hilarious because it's clickbait more than anything else. Announcements of the Switch 2 has hurt the sales of the Switch. I'm like, no, it didn't. Because every lost sale on the Switch is a guaranteed sale of the Switch 2.
Absolutely. And from a couple of the things that I've been watching or I've been reading is that it's actually going to be so much better than the Switch 1, and it's going to come with so many features. I'm very much so excited for it.
Yeah. Like, I saw some of the games that they plan on coming out, and I'm like, are you going to be able to put that on a handheld?
Right. Oh, dude. What were they saying that they were saying that the Switch 2 is probably going to be more powerful than the PS4 and PS4 Pro.
What?
I can see that.
Which in a handheld sounds pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds
crazy.
Wild.
It's like, what, 2 times the computing power of a cell phone? Yeah. Hey, have you seen the stuff coming out in the phones these days? They have monstrous processors.
I mean, you're only going with 2? I might say like 4 or 8. 8?
Just got to double what I said, didn't you?
I don't know, man. I mean, phones are beefy nowadays, but I don't think they're half a PlayStation 4 beefy.
Yeah,
I'll give you half a PlayStation 3.
I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm going to say half a PS4.
Half a PS4.
Half a PS4 Pro?
Not a Pro.
See, now you're reaching. We gave you the PS4. Now you're talking about the Pro. Now you're reaching, brother.
The PS5 is barely an upgrade from the Pro. But yeah, no,
I still think it. I mean, it is a lost sale though on the Switch. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with every console that happens like that. So, like, I mean, I was thinking about buying a Switch. You know, I feel I just really don't know what handheld I kind of want to get. I mean, I do want to get like the Ally 2 or anything like that. I was thinking about getting the Switch, just more handheld, just for travel and stuff.
Have they announced the Ally 2?
Yeah, it's not called the Ally 2. It's called something different. It's like the Ally Deluxe or some shit like that. Is it the Ally? It's not the Ally Legion. It's the Ally X. That's what it is.
I enjoy the Switch, though. The Switch is a solid system for what it is.
Yeah. I was never really a huge fan of, like, gaming right here. I mean, yeah, when I had a Game Boy and I was a fucking, 8-year-old. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. It was dope.
You know what's funny is anytime that I use my Switch remotely, I'm always, like, sitting down at a kitchen table, and I have it, like, propped up with a controller. I just use it like a mini TV.
I got more on board with handheld gaming, like as they started coming out, they started getting more powerful, more appealing, better features, and then when I got the Portal, even though the Portal's not, it's great, I think you still get your value out of it. It's relatively cheap for what it is. I think you get your value out of it.
Well, I mean,
I'm like, this is bad. I mean,
it's a cheap add-on for what it is versus the price of the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we anybody who is here during the starting soon screen has heard us talking about some of the stuff that Microsoft just dropped, which they just shadow dropped it too. They didn't even Ninja Shadow. Sorry,
Man.
yeah, they just shadow dropped it too. They're just like, here is this stuff coming either now or here in just a couple of weeks.
Right.
I feel like maybe these games were kind of already on the table. Ninja Gaiden 4 was definitely not on anyone's radar. I don't think that was on anybody's radar.
Yeah, not only was it on anybody's radar, but they're like, yeah, it's 2 months out.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
I could have sworn there was a new Doom game already in development too, so I don't know.
Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've known about Dark Ages for about a year.
Okay.
Yeah, but they never gave us a release date until last week, and they're like, oh yeah, it's 2 weeks away.
By the way,
No.
it's 2 weeks away. Get your monies ready.
Well, here's the thing. Everything they announced is day one Game Pass.
That's probably why they did it, because you don't have time to pad the bank account real quick. It's like, all right, I got 4 months. I can eat ramen noodles for a couple weeks here and there, and I got enough to buy the game. They'll be like, all right, it's coming to Game Pass, so you don't even have to eat ramen noodles. Just buy 1 month of Game Pass. And they forget that you bought it, and then let it keep charging you every month.
Exactly. That's what they're looking for, dude. It was like, let's let that Game Pass go on, baby.
I do believe that's Planet Fitness's business model.
Look, it took me forever to cancel that mofo.
Well, here's the thing. You have to go in, the thing with Planet Fitness that I think is hilarious is you actually have to go in person to cancel it at the location that you applied at.
Well, how do they know it's you that's trying to cancel it then? If you're calling on the phone, you could be anybody.
You can't do it on the phone. You can't do it on the internet. You can't do by email. You have to go in person.
You have to go in and do it.
Go in by person? You gotta have 3 forms of ID.
Yeah.
And listen,
your fingerprints.
here's the kicker, right? Is if you're a fat guy like me, you have to suck it up and be like, look, I failed. Cancel my crap.
Like, I'm a failure. Just cancel it.
What if they were like,
I get saved at $49. Because they're charging you. Well, because you know that they will charge you the monthly, and then they'll sneak in that little, thank you for the yearly. Thank you. We'll just get a little taste. You're like, wait a minute. All of a sudden, like $60, $70 is out of your account. You're like, wait a minute. It's not supposed to be this much. But you have a yearly maintenance fee.
Yeah.
I think it's like $49.
Yeah. Surprise.
Look, look, and don't be expecting to pay something real quick. You're like, man, because it always comes out at the oddest moments.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm about to go get gas. Go to the gas station. Denied. What? Look at the account. Negative. Oh, Planet Fitness. It happens every time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would like to preface that I didn't go to Planet Fitness for the environment. I went to Planet Fitness because that was the only gym in my area. I am not for judgment-free zones.
Judgment free now. Judge me. Tell me.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm.
But yeah, so like what they announced? They announced
I was just about to ask that question.
yeah, Doom Dark Ages. They just dropped the remake of Ninja Gaiden 2. The Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out.
4 is on the way.
And then there's that one game I was looking for. I can never remember the name for it.
With the girl.
What?
And then they announced 4. I don't know what they are though.
Oh, dear internet, help me.
To the internet.
Oh, what was it? So Doom the Dark Ages, which comes out May 15th. South of Midnight is April 8th. Expedition 33.
What's Expedition 33?
Expedition 33 is Xbox's new turn-based combat RPG that has QuickTime events during turn-based.
You got me re-engaged. You lost me at turn-based, but you have me.
Yeah, their entire combat system is a turn-based combat system that has QuickTime events during the whole battle while you're doing turn-based.
I miss QuickTime events so much.
Let's see. Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming this fall. So you got a little time for that one. And then Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is the remake, is out today. Or whenever this article came out. But yeah, Doom the Dark Ages. Oh, that looks amazing. I'm curious about the soundtrack. Like, are we going to get, like, high fantasy bardic music? Or are we going to get, like, the Mick Gordon OST, 2016 soundtrack? Because they tried to reproduce that in Doom Eternal, and they did it with one song, and that song's a banger. But yeah, oh yeah, show notes. But yeah, like Mick Gordon did amazing things with the soundtrack for Doom 2016. Like there's like 3 songs that I could put on repeat and listen to for 24 hours straight. And then was it in Doom Eternal? It's what the only thing to fear is fear itself. Was the name of that song?
Yes.
And it's that's a banger of a song. All right. So final topic of the day. Excuse me. Not everything can be live service. In live service, the model in and of itself, the bubble has burst. Nobody wants it anymore. Because
are you sure?
I
was talking to a couple of game producers, and they're like, live service is the way, as well as getting rid of single player and moving to multiplayer only. That's the future of gaming.
You see, they say that, but people are speaking with their wallets.
It took them long enough.
I mean, but isn't the whole point of live service is for people to speak with their wallets? I mean,
that is 100% true.
And,
like, I am very pro live service, but I am also very much aware of the fact that not everything can be live service. Just because it's successful with one franchise doesn't mean it's going to be successful with all. Like they just shut down the God of War one. They just tried to do. They were trying to make a God of War live service game.
Dude, I can't even fathom what that would be. What would you be doing? Dude, what if that was God of War 6? What if that was like Atreus' story of him like just going to like
Burn it.
different areas to like to save the giants? Oh my god, dude, that would have been so bad, dude. If they would have done that, people probably would have like taken their PlayStations out into the street and just curb stomped them. If that's like what they released.
Yeah. Like it's one thing to give Atreus his own spin-off series, but you kind of can't remove Kratos from the story.
There's a lot of. They said that Sony canceled what eight live service games they had.
Yeah, they were going to do one for Horizon. I could see like a live service Horizon game being like Ark. That would actually be kind of cool.
I guess so. So what? It'd just be survival.
Yeah, it'd be a survival game where you're being chased by cyborg dinosaurs.
I mean, you're already doing that in the games already in the campaign.
Yeah, but you're not doing it with your friends.
I feel like that's kind of that Monster Hunter game. I feel like that's basically what that is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Everybody keeps trying to come up with like new franchises for live service or to bank on old franchises with live service, and it's not working because there are established titles.
Yeah, it's all been done.
But I mean, that's what everyone tries to do, whether it's with movies or with games, especially with games. What is someone doing right now that's making them a shit ton of money? All right, let's do the exact same thing and play copycat and just make our own version of it.
Right, yeah.
Just like fucking TikTok. I fucking hate TikTok. It got banned and then it came back and I fucking hate it. People make these short videos. Someone makes a video of this skit and it goes super viral and they get thousands of views and we're like, hey, we're gonna do the same thing. Scene for scene, word for word, exactly the same, except it's our faces this time instead of their faces, and then we'll post it and we'll pretend like we're the ones that originally did it and it was our idea the whole time.
Welcome to Shorts.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I was kind of like, I mean, honestly, I was just like, look, the amount of people that were quick to they deleted it off their phones, and I was just like,
and now they can't download it.
Like, none of y'all know how like apps work. For them to even get back into the app store, it has to go through a process. So I'm like,
yeah, I saw somebody trying to sell an iPhone that had TikTok on it for like $10,000.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo, bro. I got TikTok on an old phone. Yo, bro, I'm selling it for $5 easy. I'm telling you, like, people went crazy and deleted it.
There's dumb motherfuckers that would actually pay that. Because, I mean, someone's going to pay that. Someone's going to pay. Like, fucking why? And I don't understand.
There's always at least one person.
Where are people getting this fucking money from, dude? Where are people getting this fucking money from? I need to understand where people are getting this fucking money from. Especially, like, the dudes that drop fucking, like, $100,000 on a model. Content creator. Where the fuck did you get that fucking money from?
Most of those people
if you got that much money, you're not spending your time on these content sites. If you have that much fucking money, that's not in your day to day. So
most of the time, it's oil babies. The sad truth is, most of the time, it's oil babies. Same thing with cell phone games. Like if you play any of the AFK games, the whales, quote unquote, the people who skyrocket are all just oil babies.
Oil babies or baby oil?
I don't know, while it's dying. Like,
Oh, sorry, I was dying.
children of, oil tycoons, basically.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, how much oil is there?
A lot. It's a renewable resource. Believe it or not, oil is renewable.
It does not renew as fast as you think it does. We had a conversation about this, and you think
and it doesn't
that, like,
renew as slow as you think it does.
But it only makes sense that would be the case, considering it's the only thing in our economy that actually has a fluctuating price that goes down.
oil is like millions and millions of year old. Like,
No.
you know what? I need to Google this shit before I sound super fucking stupid.
You already do. Google's not going to help you. If we were sitting next to each other, I probably would have just gotten punched. Oh.
Yes, crude oil. How is crude oil formed? Millions of years ago, plants and animals lived in the oceans. Over time, layers of sandstone, and cover the remains of these plants and animals from millions of years ago. Heated pressure, layers transform, squishing, and produces crude oil.
All right. Here, let me.
That's what big oil wants you to
Crude
think.
oil is made from dinosaur fossils.
It is not dinosaur fossils. It's living
Can't say
matter.
dinosaur fossils. Can't say dinosaur fossils.
It's living matter.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but here, let me tell you this. Next year, 999,999 years ago is going to be 1,000,000 years ago. And the year after that, 998 million or 1,000 years ago is going to be 1,000,000 years from ago. So
That's under the assumption that we're only using a year's worth of crude oil per year.
there has
Do
been
you
more
think that
living
we
matter on this
drill-
planet than there
Do you
is
think that
currently
we
today.
drill and extract only 1 year's worth of crude oil every year?
Okay. This is going to be a dark joke, but
Whoa.
So all of those mass graves throughout history, what do you think those are going to be?
I mean,
Whoa. Pause, bro.
that's real talk, though. I mean,
No, I was ready for dark, but damn, that was gold.
well, I mean, as dark as the oil that you want in that ground,
Yo.
No,
Yo, my man, he said dark. Nah. Dark.
yeah. It up.
My man went Venom dark. Gee.
Like under the bed dark.
Gee. How dark do you want your crude oil?
I
You
mean,
need to understand like how much biomass makes crude oil. Because I mean, like, how much oil are we talking about? Pockets of oil. Because that's kind of true. Like, plants and animals. Crude oil is, plants and animals from millions and millions of years ago. Do they all die in the same location? And that's why, when they find oil reservoirs underneath the earth, it's kind of like in the same order. They find snippets of it here and there. How much oil will I make? Will I make a lot of oil?
Well, you do know,
It'd be
so
within your-
obviously, during historical times, they were just literally just throwing bodies in a trench.
Yeah, but those you're talking about that was like 70 years ago. We're talking about millions of years ago, before people roamed the earth that we know about.
Dun dun dun.
Dude, I was thinking about it earlier.
You
today,
do
like,
realize. So I don't think people realize how much time has passed since the Dark Ages. You said like that was like 70 years ago. You do realize World War II was 80 years ago, right?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Okay.
Yeah,
When I said
a lot of these things really hasn't been that long ago. It's like maybe 2 or 3 people ago, if you think about it.
Oh, that was 80 years ago.
All right. So let's don't be thinking about it like that.
Whoa.
I almost corrected him to say generations. Yeah, 2 or 3 people.
However you want to measure it, you know.
Yeah.
Like generations sounds big. 2 people ago does not.
Yeah,
It really crushes it down, doesn't it?
I mean, what are we talking about when you say 2 people? Are you talking about, like, you know, someone that, you know, makes an average... I'm about to go really fucking dark. You know, someone that makes it up to the average life expectancy? Or are you talking about, you know...
Yeah, average life expectancy is.
Okay.
I mean, if you assume that most people live to be about 70 or 80, then, you know, we'll say 2 or 3 people ago.
All right. You could turn coal to oil in 250 weeks.
Coal into oil?
Yeah.
250 weeks.
Yeah.
Doesn't really sound like that long. Compared to a million years.
What was that's like 7 years?
Yeah,
250?
they're about, yeah.
Interesting. But why would you do that when you can turn coal into
250 weeks, 4.79 years. So like 5 years.
We got those leap weeks. That's where it comes from. How long does it naturally take for oil to become? Where does coal come from? Is coal just coal? Kind of like how, like, you know, graphite's just graphite.
Yeah.
So at some point
Coal
we-
can also be made from natural matter.
Well, graphite can't just be made from natural matter now, can it? Graphite is just graphite. Is it not? And stone?
I believe coal is closer to like a form of matter or a state of matter versus anything else.
We need a geologist. We need to get a geologist online.
Apparently, you can make graphite from wood and charcoal.
Oh. And
Did I
sewage.
say graphite or did I say granite?
You said
Graphite.
graphite.
I meant to say granite. Like rock.
But yeah. Anyway, we will leave it off there. We will see you all in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.